MightyKeef. Guys, ever since Marvel Toukon Fighting Souls has been announced, the FGC has been chomping at the bits waiting for new info. The recent ArcSys Direct didn't give us, anything. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for info, I wanted to give my thoughts of what characters could possibly show up. This was just me and my boys chopping it up, talking about who we think we want in there. So, if you want, go ahead and throw this headphones on, listen to it. You can almost listen to it like a podcast, honestly. But hope you enjoy and let me know who you think will make it. Can you see it? Currently confirmed: Wolverine, Storm, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Doctor Doom, Captain America, Spider-Man, Star-Lord. What am I hoping for? I'm going to just let y'all know right now. See, this goes in alphabetical order, but I wish I could just type it in. But oh well.
You're lucky. You're lucky because a lot of these times this shit is just not even doesn't have
random.
names.
Yeah.
You're lucky it's fucking alphabeticalized.
I'm gonna let y'all know who I want straight up. Venom.
Okay. Venom would be sick. No,
I feel like Venom.
That's an easy OP pick.
Sure
yeah, I feel like Venom has to be in the game. He just has to be. Spider-Man's one of Spider-Man's biggest, most popular enemies. I feel like he has to be in the game. Now, this is another one I think is probably going to be in the game. I feel like Thanos is too big for him not to be.
From the jump, though, I don't know about from the jump.
I feel like
he can be the season 1 Akuma.
I feel like he's just too big not to be in the game. Okay, hold on.
The thing is, you shouldn't wait too long. Like if a game is going to be out for like 5 years, 6 years, or whatever, you shouldn't you should kind of front load it a little bit.
Yeah,
I see.
Not like everything in the battle pass in a 1 year pass should be like the heavy hitters, but you should probably get all the biggest ones out of the way in the first 2 or 3 years probably.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll past some things and I'm gonna show what I want in there.
Okay.
So I'm going under the assumption. Now this is a huge what if. But for a tag fighter, you need to have a lot. I think Marvel 3 had 32 or something like that, right? Let me go and just see. How much did Marvel 3 have? Okay, Marvel 3 started with 36 characters base roster, and that was a 3v3. This is going to be a 4v4. I think bare minimum it needs to have 40. I don't think we're going to get for the first game of the franchise, I don't think we're going to get 40. And the biggest worry I have is that it's going to do that 2x KO thing where it's I'm very, very disappointed with how many characters are going to be playable. But
it's not going to be as disappointing as 2x KO.
The
thing is, even with the currently confirmed, I think they have just as many or more characters than 2XKO, just with the release trailer. So,
which is crazy. I'm gonna go with the hope and a prayer, and I'm gonna say there's 40 characters. Since there's 8 confirmed, that means we have 32 left to pick from, and then of course season pass 1, 2, and 3 will all have 4 to 5 characters. That's what I'm just assuming. That's what I'm gonna go off of. So for the first 2, Venom, Thanos. I think it'd be crazy to not have one of the Fantastic Four people.
Do you think they wouldn't just put all 4 in? Because I think all 4 could probably fit in a fighting game.
They could, but to dedicate 4 slots to just the Fantastic Four might be insane. Because you only have 2 mutants, and that's arguably the most popular franchise in MCU is the X-Men, and there's only 2 currently. Now, could there be 4? Who knows? But I don't know if they're gonna do all 4. I could see them doing Reed Richards and Sue Storm, and then maybe in the expansion passes they put up the next 2. But I think for sure there's at least one Fantastic Four person, and I guess that would be Mr. Fantastic. That's what I assume.
Even with Kamala Khan in there?
Oh, Miss Marvel's here. That's right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, Wolverine is not confirmed. Why'd I do that? That's why I was like, wait, what's going on? But we all know Wolverine's gonna be in the game, right? Like there's no way Wolverine's not gonna be. Well, there's no way they
We'll
do
just,
not.
we'll just confirm him right now.
We'll just go ahead and confirm right now. But no. Okay, so technically he's not currently confirmed, so I'll put him in at 3. You know who I want? This character would be godlike. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler would be sick.
Nightcrawler. I'm assuming, unlike Fantastic Four, I'm assuming there will be at least 4 X-Men because they know, the people who are working on this know how important X-Men are to the character roster because of how bad MVCI did. Like they legitimately, when PlayStation walked up to, Arc Sys, like they know about the Marvel history, and they even talked about it in that little developer interview. So they 100% know about the history of Marvel, and they don't actually want to like destroy that, even though this is not a Marvel's Capcom game. So they understood what was the problem, and no X-Men was a huge problem in VCI. So I think there's going to be maybe 4, even 5 X-Men. I don't think there's going to be 4 Fantastic Four though. I do think there will be at least one, which I think is Mr. Fantastic. This is what I'm hoping for, but also what I think like logically makes sense. Magic could work. I think Magic is good, Daniel. I mean, I don't think that's a bad pick. We'll put her up here. We need a woman anyway. We need, you need more.
Yeah, I'm here to. I'm here for that. That's why I'm here. I'm here to look out for you.
Okay, I got a distant pull who, as far as I know, has not been in games in a while. Bishop.
Oh, Bishop would be godlike, but that's another X-Men. That would be like the 5th. That would be so. Currently, I have Sue Storm, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and then I guess Magic's also kind of a mutant, right? So
yeah, that would
be. Here's the thing. I also think Jubilee has a good case to be in this.
From the start, though,
I don't know. Maybe not.
Probably equally likely with Bishop.
Yeah. Bishop would be good. It's also possible each season pass could be like dedicated to, season pass could be Avengers, season 2 could be X-Men, season 3 could be Spider-Man's universe, or so on and so forth. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but I feel like that could be possible. I think Magneto's gonna be in the game. I think Magneto is too integral to like the Marvel versus franchise for him not to be. I think all the Avengers are going to be in the game, honestly. I think Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, I think they're all going to be in the game.
Probably.
Doctor
Strange? If not all right off the bat, then okay. I think they will all be in the game within like the first couple years,
Yeah, I'm going to put Jubilee up there, and I might take her out, but I'm going to put her up there just because I can see her, and I'm like, okay. Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye will actually be in the game. I think that currently the only zoners, like dedicated zoners, are like Star-Lord didn't even look like a zoner. He had shit, but he didn't. It looked like he was doing crazy combos, like damn near Dante. So there's no real zoner here yet, because not even Ghost Rider looked like he had craziness. I guess Iron Man is probably a zoner. But I think Hawkeye is going to be in the game. What else?
Emma Frost.
Ooh, Emma Frost. That's good. But that's also an X-Men. But let's just put her up
right,
here.
But she's a villain. I feel like...
Yeah.
I guess she's like sometimes a villain. But I feel like we got to get more villains up into the roster here.
I feel like Doctor Strange is going to be in the game. It's just, I don't know why. It's just, I feel like he is. I think Deadpool has a good shot at being in the game as well. Does Cyclops make it?
Cyclops is for sure in there. Come on.
Does Cyclops make it?
He's got to be in there.
I think he's more likely than some other people on that list.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him up there just for the hell of it. There's got to be a big body. Would the big body be Sentinel, Colossus? I think Hulk is gonna be in there for sure.
Sentinel, Colossus. I mean Thing.
Yeah, but then that would mean 2 Fantastic Four members, and one of them isn't Sue Storm.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you could take out Mr. Fantastic and put Thing in, because Mr. Fantastic, I mean, with like Miss Marvel or whatever, it's like a little.
It is redundant. You're right.
Yeah.
But would they really put in the Thing over?
They need
like,
but if they need a big body, that's like the consideration, you know.
Yeah, that's true. And that way, they don't have to cloud it with a whole bunch of X-Men, like to make it.
I suppose Venom will probably.
Because at the same time, even though this is what I would want, you don't want to make it X-Men Toukon battles. It's Marvel, so they're not gonna do like all that. They're clearly not gonna put that many X-Men. You know what, Daniel? That does sound like a play. Because what would Fantastic do that would be super different from Miss Marvel? They're both gonna have like that stretchy, zoner-ish archetype. You know what? We take out Mr. Fantastic. That's a good idea, Daniel. We put in the Hulk, because obviously the Hulk's going to be in there. I simply just don't see the Hulk. And we put in the Thing. I think we're going to put in the Thing.
Juggernaut. I saw you just scroll past Juggernaut. Juggernaut might not be a bad one.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I think we've hit our X-Men limit. Because right now we have like 6 of them.
There's kind of a lot of X-Men.
I'm like, I don't think, you know what I mean? The Thing makes sense. Fair. It could be a big body, a grappler, a bruiser, and it's not taking up like an X-Men spot.
While you're here, you may as well grab Thor, since you're in the tease already.
Yep, Thor is going to be in here. How many do we have so far? 16.
Shoot, I had a...
All right, we're over halfway done already. Holy shit, 23. Okay, is Ultron in the game? Has the hype for Ultron died down?
I don't know. I don't know if Ultron would make it.
You know how crazy it would be if they don't put Wolverine, but they actually put X-23 instead?
Feminism.
I don't think they'll do it.
Do you know how crazy that would be? And then Wolverine's like the first DLC of Season Pass 1 or some shit like that. Kind of like the Akuma. That would actually be insane. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I think they'll put Gwen Stacy in there.
You think they'll do Spider-Gwen?
I think they will put Gwen. And that kind of defeats what I said about like archetypes, because how different will Gwen fight from like Peter? You know what I mean? like how different will that be? I don't know. Like obviously Venom is very different from, like he fights very different in all the games compared to.
Well, if they wanted to have a particularly different fighter who's still a Spider-Man, Miles Morales has been getting into the electricity stuff.
He has. That is true. Damn, that's good. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put She-Hulk in here. I'm going to take Gwen out, and I'm putting She-Hulk, and I think Miles Morales is actually a very good idea, because he actually fights very different. He can go invisible. He can shoot. He can have electricity properties. He can do a lot of stuff. That's actually huge. I don't know much about Gwen, but I don't think she has stuff like that. I know Gwen is from a different timeline or whatnot. Okay.
Now, do you think Green Goblin or Hobgoblin?
That's the thing. There's definitely going to be villain. I don't have a lot of villains here. I only have really Venom, Thanos, and you can argue Venom isn't really a villain.
Yeah.
Emma Frost is up here.
Up there, but
you can argue Magneto's not a villain, but yeah. think you're right, though. I think Green Goblin would make it. That'd actually be a very good pick. Definitely over Hobgoblin. I'll put Green Goblin up there. And I think I'm going to have to take out...
Why take out anybody for Green Gob?
No. What I'm saying is, right now we have Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 X-Men, which I just simply don't think is going to happen. As much as I would love that, I don't think that's going to happen. So I think Jubilee's gone.
Okay.
I think they keep Cyclops. I don't know, because they did make this thing where they were like, which was weird to hear, where they said like they're not trying to copy the Marvel's Capcom roster, so there's going to be different people. And Cyclops was in all of them except the third one. He wasn't in Infinite either. But Magneto's been in all of them. Except the MVCI, because there was no X-Men. So I'm worried that Magneto may not even make it. But I feel like that would be crazy. But they said they wanted to make this like, their own thing, which means a lot of characters that, are. But we already know Spider-Man's making it, and he's been in all of them. We already know Iron Man's making it. He's been in all of them. So it's like, clearly they're going to have some characters that have been in all of them. And I don't know. I'm going to keep Cyclops for now. I think Magic could make it. Magic has been in Rivals. Magic has been in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch. I'm one of the 4 people on the planet that played it, and it was godlike. Magic is also in, I believe, she's also in the Marvel card game, Midnight Suns. I think she's also in that.
Oh, she's in that. Yeah. I have
so she has been in a lot of recent Marvel games. So I'm gonna leave Magic here. Emma Frost, on the other hand, I don't know if she makes it. It'd be godlike though. But I'm gonna leave it. Because currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I still think is 7. We still have 7? Wait, what? Yeah, we still have 7 X-Men. All right, man. I think. You know what? I think Cyclops comes in a season 1 pass. That's what I think happens. I think Gambit also comes in a season, some season. I feel like Gambit is too popular, and Gambit hasn't been in MVC since the second one. So it's like, you could still go off your own. Oh well, I'm not going to try to copy MVC. You know who else shows up in season 1? Mr. Fantastic. This is when they start adding on that.
People who got overlap.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hit you with a couple of crazy picks.
Talk to me.
Beta Ray Bill and
Who?
Galacta.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I do think there's got to be some crazy ones in here. Galacta. So Galactus' daughter?
Yeah.
I like that. But how? Isn't she huge?
How? She is huge, but I think, they'll just hand wave that. Come on.
They'll just hand wave it. Fuck it, They'll
give her a big character model. And the reason I think that is Galacta had a manga, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was in Marvel Rivals too. All right. I think Dormammu comes back.
Dormammu?
I think Dormammu comes back. Yeah. I think it's enough to be like one of those picks where it's like, huh? Because you have Doctor Strange in, and I think Dormammu's going to be in. That's what I genuinely think. Who else? Who else do we have, man? Okay, how much is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 8. 9, 10, 11, okay, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We have 27. So in my perfect roster, we have 13 left. Are Cloak and Dagger mutants, or are they on their own thing? God damn, all the good things are mutants.
Now, do you think they get like Iron Fist, Luke Cage, defenders? I think they're defenders, right?
Yeah. Let me say earlier. Hold on. Are they considered mutants? I think they're considered mutants, but they're not X-Men. All right, so I'm putting in Cloak and Dagger. I think Cloak and Dagger make it.
Okay. You don't think it would be?
That'd be a cool ass mechanic too, because you could turn into different ones. That'd actually be a pretty cool mechanic. They could be like a puppet character. You know what I mean? Like an assist character, kind of like how, like in Dragon Ball Fighters, you could summon. Like if you play Ginyu, you could summon like Raccoon or whatever, or the Ginyu Force. Or if you
Naruto knows about that.
Does he?
Oh, absolutely. I totally played Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh no, I don't know if I'm getting trolled or not. Oh,
the last Dragon Ball fighting game I played was Budokai.
Oh. What's the last fighting game you've played? I'm gonna put her in here. I don't know why I even missed this.
Smash Ultimate?
Captain Marvel's definitely gonna be in the game. I can't see Captain Marvel not being in the game. You know what? We're going with Blade. I want Blade. I
did think Blade probably makes it.
I want Blade. I also want Black Panther. I'm gonna be honest. I also want Black Panther.
Black Panther.
I don't see a world Black Panther doesn't make it. He's too popular now. He's way too popular now. There's not enough DEI, so they have to put in Black Panther.
Do you think Black Bolt makes it?
I
feel like he would be a weird pick.
He would
I
be
think
a weird pick.
So far would not have that much overlap with people in terms of like his actual power set or whatever.
No. Black Bolt's from what? Inhumans?
Honestly, I don't actually know what Black Bolt is from.
No, I think he's from Inhumans. Am I thinking about the same person? Let me see. Is he the one who can like scream and
he's got the
burst
voice
your
thing,
eardrums? Yeah, he's from Inhumans. Black Bolt's a good ass pick. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of those like out there ones that I'm like, oh okay.
So we need 8 more still.
I'm gonna have another. Oh, okay. Let's say we need. I feel like a Hulk villain could work, like Abomination, but I don't know if the Hulk franchise is popular enough. I think it's literally just Hulk everyone loves. Like there's so many people that just love the Hulk but have no idea who his villains are or like anything about him.
That's me. I don't know who the fuck his villains are.
But everyone loves She-Hulk too, right? Ant-Man's a good pick. I like that one. That's a good pick, actually.
I do think you're right though on the Hulk villains.
Yeah, not many people really know enough. I think if they're gonna do multiple people from Hulk's universe, it would be Hulk and She-Hulk.
Do you think they pull Kang?
Oh man, that would be really good. I didn't even think about that. And he would. Kang is weird because he's kind of like everyone's villain. Because like he's Reed Richards' grandson or something crazy, but also like he's from a completely different future, but also like him and Iron Man have fought or have had battles, and it's just like I think Kang is a very good. That was a good pick. That was a very good pick.
Thank you.
What's the chances of Jeff the Land Shark being in there?
I mean, slightly higher now.
Is it weird enough to be like, yeah, okay, all right?
It would be weird if he was in there before Gwen.
You think so? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you put Scarlet Witch up?
Damn. Guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
She
Wow.
would be she could be like a zoner.
Scarlet Witch. Yeah, but again, that's an X-Men. So.
Whoa. She's also an Avenger.
Yeah.
I think she makes it in because she is an X-Men and an Avenger, sort of like Wolverine. I'm not sure that I would necessarily count her towards like the limit for either.
Scarlet Witch is a good pick. She hasn't been in any Marvel versus games. Would they do this though, or would it just be a color? Would they put Red Hulk in there, or would it just be like a color swap like they did in Marvel's Capcom? That I don't know.
I don't know what would make him different enough from Hulk, because as far as I know, he doesn't even necessarily have like a different fighting style, really.
No, he would just be he wouldn't really be much of anything. We'll put Scarlet Witch up there. I'm putting Emma Frost down here just for right now.
Okay. I think Sandman would actually be kind of a good get from Spider-Man villains.
That would be. Sandman would actually be pretty godlike. Would they put three? No. Would they put? Currently, there. If this happens, there are 4 Spider-Man: Venom, Miles Morales, and Green Goblin.
Well, okay, yeah.
I think there's another Defender. So.
Another Defender?
Yeah, I think Luke Cage or.
Probably Iron Fist.
You think?
Maybe. I could see it going either way. Not Jessica Jones, though, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jessica Jones.
I mean, it could be... Oh, we already have Daredevil up there. Okay.
I don't know why, but something's screaming to me. I feel like Hela might be in the game.
Hela would be sick.
It's something about it that's screaming to me. All right, how many do we have so far? 8, 16, or 22.
Do you mean 24?
24. I mean 24. 25, 26,
30.
27, 28, 29, 30.
You have
31,
36
32,
right now?
33, 34. I have 37, I think. Right? 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I can't count. Yeah. So 4 more.
What about, what speedsters are there other than Quicksilver?
Wait, was Rocket Raccoon? I feel like Rocket Raccoon will probably make it, right?
You think Rocket Raccoon?
I feel like Rocket Raccoon is like... Because Star-Lord's already there. I'm sure they'll have someone else that's a Guardian.
So that gives us, like, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon...
Or Groot.
And,
or
Groot.
Drax. I don't think it's Drax. I think it's going to either be Groot or it's going to be Rocket Raccoon. I feel like I feel like those are like the fan favorites over Gamora and Drax. I think it's Raccoon.
Okay.
So we have 3 left. I do like the Sandman pick. I like it.
Okay, we got to get somebody obscure and weird in there.
Yeah.
There's for sure going to be some whack surprising pick, right?
I think Nick Fury makes it. I'm just throwing it out.
Nick Fury?
I think Nick Fury makes it. I'm just going to throw it out. MODOK would be a crazy one.
MODOK would be kind of nuts.
But, yeah, the only one... Was he in Infinite? I don't even know if he was... I can't even remember if he was in Infinite. He was in 3, though.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Do we put Luna Snow in there?
Luna Snow. Oh,
I didn't even know who she was until Marvel, whatever.
I know.
Exactly. That would be like the
But she was very popular in that.
Yeah.
She is.
Or Loki, you know?
I can see Loki.
I think Loki's
actually.
a good pick for. Yeah, I think Loki's a good pick. Loki would
That
be
put us
really
at 40?
Cool. Not yet. I think I had 2 more, right? Because I said it was 36 right here, right? And then I added. Did I add Rocket
Oh yeah,
Raccoon?
that's you added 4. Yeah.
Okay,
Since
so this is 40 then.
yeah.
Okay. So what are we talking about when it comes to season pass?
So
Let's
this is when
just
they're gonna probably
say,
get a little weird with it, right?
yeah. Let's
Or
just
like they
say,
don't care if they have overlap.
yeah. Let's just say each season pass has a theme. I don't think that's
Okay.
what's going to happen, but let's just say it does, right? First season pass is X-Men. I genuinely don't think that's going to happen, but like, let's just say it is. Cyclops, Gambit, Emma Frost, Juggernaut.
Okay.
What do y'all
Kitty
think?
Pryde.
But well, that's already 4. So I would have to take
Oh,
out
are there
one
only
of
going to be 4 characters per season pass?
4 or 5, I think.
I think this is it's 4 for everything else, like Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff like that. But I think because it's a versus game,
And it's more
maybe they'll do more.
characters. Yeah.
Especially since if it's
We'll go
4
with
on 4,
5.
maybe they would put out more.
Yeah.
Than,
How many?
Yeah.
It's
I
4
agree.
in Strive also, right?
Huh?
It's 4 in Strive also, right?
I have no
think.
idea.
I also don't know.
Well, that's another Arxis game, so that might be more appropriate even.
Now, do you think they reach outside of Marvel, or is this confirmed strictly only Marvel characters?
This is
Do
only
you think
Marvel.
they sneak a Guilty Gear character in there?
People are speculating that there could be a Guilty Gear character snuck in there. Now,
Okay.
some people are like, no, I wanted to just be Marvel, but I'm gonna be honest, I'll be alright with like Soul Bad Guy or somebody being in there, because it has to be Soul Bad Guy. It can't be like, I don't know, Chip or whatever. It's like it's gonna be like a flagship character.
It's gonna be Robo-Kai.
I think, damn. I think there's going to be like a. How about this? Maybe it's not going to be X-Men specifically, but like, what if it's a leaders? You know what I mean? Like a leaders DLC, right? So you'd have Cyclops, you have Mr. Fantastic, you have like, let me see, who's a leader? I don't want to say
That's not already in there.
Yeah, Charles Xavier, I guess.
Charles Xavier was gonna be a person I suggested, honestly.
That'd be
Have him out there
hilarious.
in like a sick wheelchair or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
It would.
Who would be another leader?
Oh my God, we forgot about Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
I
Oh,
think
wait, are
Blue
those
Beetle.
DC?
Yeah, Blue Beetle is DC. Booster. Oh wait, both of those are DC. Wait a second. You're
Yeah,
right.
they're both DC.
Wait a second.
They're sneaking them in, man.
Could you imagine? All right, I'm gonna be honest, dog. I don't know how this would work, but if whoever can make a Marvel versus DC game, I think they had that before, right? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
Or
that's
was it? No, I think that was Mortal Kombat versus DC. A Marvel versus DC game would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like a tag fighter. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but what if Mr. Fantastic doesn't make it at all, and they actually put in like the Maker, which is like his evil version?
That would be pretty sick, honestly.
That way you still have Reed, but you don't have. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much of a reach. Leaders. Who are some other leaders?
I keep thinking of freaking DC characters now.
I'm gonna put in Nova. I can't remember if Nova's in the Nova Corps. I don't know if he's a leader of anything in there though, but I'll just put him in there. I feel like Nova would be a good one. Damn, does Gambit not make it in this?
Gambit makes it.
There's just so many people that are like they should be in this game and they may not make it.
Do you think Squirrel Girl makes it?
I don't know. That'd be cool though.
What's a villain leader? I mean, I would say Green Goblin.
No, I think there's going to be their own
But
villains DLC. I think that's what's going to happen.
you think there's going to be a villains DLC?
Yeah, what if?
But I think leaders. I mean, the villains would have some potential up in there. Let me see.
They don't usually do themes like that for a whole year, do they?
No, not. Hold on. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of some game that did that. I can't remember though.
Not a fighting game though, right?
I don't know if it was a fighting game or not. Oh, Sparking Zero. That's right. Sparking Zero did that. But yeah, a lot of those arena fighter games actually do that. Theme.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what's in my head.
Yondu could count, couldn't he?
Yondu?
He was a leader of some, not of like a major team or anything, but he was a leader of like his little raiders or whatever.
Yeah. Is Yondu even in here? I don't think I even saw him once. Oh, he's right here.
Yeah, there he is.
Yondu.
Yeah. I feel like we're stretching it a little.
That is stretching it, but fuck it. That is stretching it pretty far, but you know. Hey. Okay, so let's say they just have a villains one, right?
If Yondu makes it before Jubilee, I'd be kind of upset, you know.
You know what? We take out Nick Fury and we put him under the leaders. We put him under the leaders, which would give us one more room for base roster.
Okay.
Let's say it's five DLC. It's a 4v4. Let's say it's 5 people as DLC.
One more person for the top. I mean,
If you add 2 more people, then that whole row is filled.
that is true. And that's more satisfying to look at, honestly.
That's true. Okay.
I really want to make a case for Taskmaster.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I also think Sentry would be a good one, too.
Sentry?
Especially since you could have a full-blown Sentry Void type deal.
Yeah, I
Sort
think
of like the Cloak and Dagger.
Sentry was in the latest movie, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Bolts.
I liked it a lot.
I didn't get to see it yet.
Thunderbolts.
That's good. You know what? Sentry, hey, you got it. Sentry, and Taskmaster, is that what we said? Okay.
Taskmaster is one of my favorites.
Sentry.
I could even see him being like a mimic character or something, you know what I mean?
That would be, yeah. And
Although, like, obviously, how do you copy the superpowers? But, I don't know. Give him tech nonsense for how.
Where are you, Taskmaster? There you are. Boom. That's our base roster.
Nice.
These are the leaders, I guess. Villains. Now we need a villain. We're going to put Spot in here. If I think Miles
Spot,
Morales is
great.
going to be in here, we'll put Spot.
Okay. Now, how much of the Sinister Six do you think makes it?
Oh, dang. Dr. Octavius would be pretty fire. That'd be a really cool design, actually. Okay, how is he? What is he? Oh, Mr.
Doc Ock.
Sinister. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Is he called Doc Ock here, or is he called?
Oh, I got a villain. I got an OP villain. Apocalypse.
Ooh, that's good. Let's see, Doc Ock. Where are you, Doc?
How could I forget about
You
Apocalypse? That was
You know, a villain I really liked.
Who?
I don't know if people will like him that much. or
Dr.
whatever.
Octavia. Let's take. I guess we take out Juggernaut and we can put Apocalypse.
I really like Carnage. I think Carnage is cool.
I think Carnage is
pretty
pretty
sick.
godlike. Carnage is godlike. I just don't know if we have a 2 Spider-Man villains. 3, really, if you think about the Spot in the first season, in the second season pass. I wonder how much of this will actually hit, right? Probably
I mean,
not a lot.
there's a billion characters here. I mean, you're gonna get a few right though.
Yeah. Dang. No card.
You know, with multiverse theory, there's a universe out there
Yeah, there's a
where
universe
this is straight up 100% right.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Cable makes it at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know when we put him in, but I think Cable makes it in at some point.
Let me think. What's some other villains? Bullseye, maybe?
Other villains. Bullseye would be pretty cool, I think. Mephisto?
Mephisto would be sick, but we already have Dormammu, and they kind of like... They're not really the same, but like... I don't know. How different would they be?
You go with a Venom villain, Null.
Yeah.
There's no way Null makes it though. That was a.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd still be kind of crazy though. He's the one who created all of them, right?
Yeah, yeah. Cassandra Nova?
Cassandra Nova, was that the Silver Surfer?
Nah, she was the villain in Deadpool and Wolverine. She's like theoretically Charles Xavier's like sister or something like that. I don't know if that's canon to anything other than Deadpool and Wolverine though, so don't quote me on that. She's a psychic of some power.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Spencer said, "Of Xavier's sister," though.
That's true, Spencer.
That's a direct quote.
Oh God, actually I don't
You're
think that I
done.
did say that.
Nah,
and, thankfully nobody here's got shadow play, so
You're done, and we have shadow play. You're done.
It's true.
ah shit.
I made sure it's up and running ever since the magic incident.
Okay, I'm taking out Bullseye, and I'm putting Sentinel in.
Sentinel, yeah, I could see Sentinel.
Yeah,
I think Sentinel makes it in for sure.
Okay, this is where things get funky, because I am putting Spider-Gwen in the game.
Okay.
But I think she'll be DLC. I'm taking Emma Frost out. This one, I don't even know what the theme could be for this, but this is just like the...
I think it's just going to be pet characters, you know?
Yeah, something like that. Wait, what did you just say?
He said some weird sex thing.
That was strange what you just said, man. You're a strange person.
You know, that's I think it's a perfectly normal thing to say.
Oh, no.
Perfectly normal.
Oh, no. I feel like Gambit has to be in. Adam Warlock, I don't think has to be in.
Mm-hmm.
But he is getting more popular.
Okay. Hear me out.
Talk to me.
Franklin Richards. They put a child in.
What?
Oh,
Franklin Richards.
I'm watching a soccer game right now, and there's people with a German flag. They don't look very German to me.
Wait, doesn't Franklin Richards become the maker? No. No, that's Reed.
Richards,
Franklin Richards
Richards is like this unbelievably powerful.
Yeah, he's like a god, right?
Yeah, basically. So like super limit his powers or whatever.
So
for
why
fear of accidentally erasing existence or some shit.
So why does Reed Richards' son and grandson become evil?
Franklin Richards doesn't become evil, as far as I know.
Isn't Franklin Richards? Oh no. Okay, so the maker is Reed Richards. Okay. So Franklin Richards is just like. Okay. I don't think Franklin's up here though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, Cable.
Cable. I'd like that. I actually like that.
I forgot we didn't put him up there earlier.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. This is still way too much X-Men that I think is gonna happen. Oh, it's way too much X-Men.
I mean,
I would love that.
It's really gonna depend
I would
on
love that.
It's gonna depend on Arxis's policy on. Are we gonna really try to balance them? How hard are we gonna try to balance the franchises, and how much they acknowledge that X-Men is the most popular one? And if they acknowledge that X-Men is the most popular, they could give some leeway to add some more. Like how many more? I don't know, but like if they try not to make it completely arbitrarily diverse, but like focus on like character popularity versus and don't care so much about where they come from.
Yeah.
There would be more X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't do just that because then
they can't. Yeah, they're not.
They can't do
able to
just that, but it's like, but they could add a few more than you might think,
Yeah.
Season Pass 3.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, Black Widow, maybe.
We gotta round it out with Soul Bad Guy.
You think so? Holy mother of God!
I mean,
wait. Can I throw one out actually?
Throw one out.
A different crazy guest character.
Throw one out.
They should add 2B.
What?
2B. Wow, that is a crazy guest character, man.
That is a crazy guest.
That's like the guest character,
Yeah, but
not Spawn or Heihachi or Link.
Well, Spawn is actually
extremely dated fucking reference.
Isn't Spawn no? Spawn's a DC character. Never mind. Okay,
that is the
I do like
characters for Soul Calibur 3.
I like the Soul Bad Guy. I think that's perfect. I think Soul Bad Guy is the end of Season Pass 3. I think that's really good. Or maybe he's not like the end, but I think he'll be in one of these season passes, right? So this would be the roster right here. Storm, Iron Man. Oh man, you know what? What is that? 42 characters. I said that's 42 characters. I would be 100% okay with 42 character roster. This isn't obviously the roster like I'm like 100% happy with. This is like okay, what makes sense, right? And still some of the stuff up here doesn't make crazy sense. Like I don't think they'll have Galacta. I really don't. But you never know. It could work. It could work. Everyone else, I could see. I don't think. Well, yeah. Everyone else, honestly, I could see. Galacta's the only one in the base roster where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But everyone else, I can see. I still think the Thing in base game. I still think if there's going to be a Fantastic Four person, it would be Mr. Fantastic in base game. But him not being in base
you need archetype balance.
Yeah. Him not being in the game, but then being in part of like some type of leader season pass, I think would be good. I actually really like the leader season pass because I got a Fantastic person, I got Nova, Yondu, Nick Fury, and Cyclops. Like, there's no overlap. You know what I mean? They're all very different characters. They're all from very different parts of Marvel. I think that's actually a pretty good one. Season 2
TLC. It's like the meme where Obama's giving himself a medal.
The Leaders DLC actually looks like it goes hard, bro. The now the Season 2 is a little because you got 2 Spider-Man villains, which I don't think is going to happen. And then you have 2 Spider-Man villains and 3 X-Men villains in Season Pass 2. I think that's not reasonable, but I'm just going off of. I mean, bro, it's so hard not to put X-Men characters in because they just have such good stuff. And then Season Pass 3 is kind of like one of those, hey, fan favorite DLCs. You know what I mean? I could even put Jubilee in there instead of Adam Warlock. But that means Season Pass 3 would be 3 X-Men. 3 out of the 5 are X-Men, and I just don't know what to do, bro.
Solution is just put Jubilee in base roster and switch someone else out,
I could see Jubilee being in instead of Magic. I could see that.
No. Preferably they're both in.
For Daniel to buy the game.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, maybe Iron Fist or Galactic goes out. I don't know.
Now,
please take out Galacta before Magic.
Oh my god! No. Galacta is for sure making it in before Magic does, dude.
The thing is, all right, let's just.
I can't wait till Magic is in the next trailer for next characters.
Hold on.
Fighting Galacta, of course.
Galacta deconfirmed right here,
Let's say weirdly, Sentinel is not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto's not in base roster.
Magneto's not in base roster.
And he's in villains.
Okay.
And they put Abomination instead of Spot.
Now, hear me out. What Defender villains are there? Like, there's Bullseye and Kingpin. Who else?
Bullseye. You can have Kingpin. You know what? Damn, that's good. That's good. I'm going to go with Kingpin.
I did think Kingpin is probably more likely than perhaps some of the other characters I've
I'm taking out Abomination. Oh, Kingpin base roster. I like that.
Kingpin but who would you take roster. Out? I feel like everybody.
No. I already took out Magneto.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. Magneto would be in DLC. Let me put Kingpin base.
I can imagine all the Magneto fans getting pissed right now because they had to see Yondu in the game before they say Magneto.
Well, in the Leaders season pass, man, they
yeah, exactly.
Magneto not a leader.
You know what? You're right. Yondu's gone, and we put Magneto as a leader. That's much better. That makes way more sense, actually.
Then we just cuck the fuck out of Yondu.
That makes more sense. You're right. You are right. Crazy, bro.
Okay.
Who did he see? I don't know who he saw.
I'm about to do something crazy. How many X-Men do we have? 1, 2.
About to be morbid time.
3, 4. Jesus Christ. How many X-Men? I brought it down to... Oh, perfect. I brought it down to 4 X-Men. Is that what I did? Yeah, I took out Magneto. Oh, good. Okay, so base roster. Okay. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men is popular. I think base roster will have more than 4. Maybe.
I think so, too.
I also think that.
So,
I think we're seeing 8 X-Men, by the way. That would be my bet.
I don't know about all.
Yeah, the thing is, I think more than 4, and I think more than 5. I can see like 5 or 6. You know.
We're taking.
See, I think 8.
We're taking
I think
Black
we're counting
Bolt.
X-Men villains too.
We're taking Black Bolt out.
Okay.
And we're putting him under the leaders. And we're taking Nova out of the game. Nova is no longer in the game.
That does make sense, actually.
And for our 42nd character, we're putting Onslaught. We're putting Onslaught. Onslaught is going to be base roster. There you got Charles Xavier and you got Magneto in base roster. And then that would have to mean Magneto's not in the game.
Why do you just hate Magneto?
I just
you moved him from base roster to DLC to.
Oh my god! I have a feeling one of the MVC elites are going to get shafted. We know it's not Storm. It might be Sentinel. It might be Magneto. I just feel like one of the elites are gonna get shafted. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like everyone would be upset if there was no Magneto in the game, though. I genuinely think that. So I'm gonna keep Onslaught as kind of like a villain of Magneto, even though that doesn't make sense, even though that's not what happens.
You know, from a marketing perspective,
yeah,
Marvel is so popular he has a huge casual fan base. So people like Magneto that casuals know, you know, to not be in the game might just be like even a marketing mistake, you know.
I also think that.
There's a lot of characters here that your average Marvel fan doesn't even know who they are.
But that's what they wanted. They said that's what they want. They want to put characters who weren't really in past Marvel vs. Capcom games in this one. So
yeah, but is it really at the expense of Magneto though?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. It just depends. I hope Magneto's in, and I think it is. But I do think there is also a big possibility he's not in the game. I hope that's not the case. Season Pass 2. The thing is with DLC, they have to be kind of fan favorites, or else you're not going to get people to buy them. Unlike the base game is kind of the same way. So who is something? Oh, you know what? We're gonna put death in the game. We're gonna put Lady
straight
Death.
Up death.
We're gonna put Lady Death in the game. You know, Thanos is in the base roster, then you have Lady Death in the Season Pass DLC, and it's like, okay. So I need one more character for villains, one more characters for the lovables. We'll call them the lovables, right? Gambit, Gwen, Cable.
Beta Ray Bill.
The lovables.
It's like a niche popular character with like a dedicated fan base.
Okay, we're taking Galactica out. I can't watch her anymore. We're
Oh
taking
my
Galactica.
God,
I'm sorry.
this guy.
I'm sorry.
When
sorry,
she's in
Spencer.
the game, you're taking me out
If
for a
if
steak
she's
dinner.
in the game, I will say my bad. But the reason why we're
You'll take
taking
me
out
out for a steak dinner. I understand.
the reason why we're taking Galactica out is because we're putting Galactic Cuss in.
But who were we replacing within the base game?
I don't
You
know.
gotta at least put Silver Surfer in there ahead of Galactus, right? He's the Herald.
I think you're on to something, right? I think you're on to something. Silver Surfer comes in to let you know your planet's cooked. So he's in the base game, and then by season 2, the chef comes in and Galactus starts beating people's ass. I like that.
Now, you guys are the fighting game lads. So
I like that. I like that base. I like that. I like that. I like the lore. I like everything about it. What were you saying?
Well, let me throw a potential wrench into this.
Okay.
Do they put like a story, an overarching, everyone involved story into their games typically? Because I think that could dramatically alter the roster.
In the Marvel games?
No, Arc Systems.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really played any of the single player of any ArcSys games.
They have like
Dragon Ball Fighters. Yeah, they put everyone in there, but it was like an alternate timeline. Yeah, I mean, they usually all have.
I think it's like the arcade mode stuff where it's just like
Yeah, they all
a
usually
little
have
personal story, but it's not really.
I see.
There's all some type of plot, but not anything too crazy.
I see. Because I'm thinking like, if there is some kind of overarching story in it, you could put in like alternates of various characters. Like the Maker or whatever. Characters from other timelines or whatever would then suddenly make a lot more sense than base game necessarily. And also, I think it would buff out the villain roster a bit.
Yeah.
Though I think we got a good group of villains in here.
I think we have a
Just
good
who
group
would
of
be
villains.
The big bad.
The big bad?
Yeah.
The big bad would have to be base game, right? It'd probably be like
Yeah. I think big bad would be if he's in the
Onslaught,
game, it's
I
going to be
guess.
Kang.
Or Kang. Yeah, Kang would be a big bad. Yeah. All right, this is what I think. Boom. That's the base roster. Season Pass Leaders DLC. Villains DLC Season 2. Then Season 3 is like the kind of the lovables. And then the final character is Soul Bad Guy. Boom. Boom.
Not Dizzy. That's her name, right?
That is the character's name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was popular back in the day and the only Guilty Gear game I've ever played.
If they really want to add to some quotas, they could throw Bridget in there.
41.
Oh my god, yeah, put Bridget in.
51. So it'd be 56 characters in total, which ain't bad. I think that's a good first game. 56 characters. I think that's a good first game.
I mean, it's 4v4, so they've really
Yeah,
got to
exactly.
have like
They
kind
have
of
to
a lot,
have a lot. Yeah. I think there should be a lot. I think if this was the final roster, I would actually be okay with this. I think it gets most people. It's not overbearing with X-Men or Spider-Man, like, you know, the two like famous ones. It's not overbearing with MCU Avengers type stuff. It has a lot of variety, or as much variety as, and it also makes sense when it comes to like, okay, well, if you put Spider-Man, you got to put Venom or Hobgoblin or some shit, or if you put, if you put who else? An X-Men character, you gotta put, Charles Xavier or Magneto or Onslaught or something. You put Silver Surfer, that means Galactus has to be in there. You know what I mean? I think
sure.
most of it makes sense. So I like this. This is what I'm landing on.